that's in? No, it is not in, apparently. As Bonsai with the most epic save I've seen this year. Risser, I'm sure, with the goal. Of course. Why wouldn't it go in? When has it not went in? Guy has 1,000 boost, apparently. Don't even need... I don't even know what that move is, guys.
Yes.
They're just too good. Cosmic's dancing and squeeze it underneath because 6 goals wasn't enough.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Mitch trying to get the ball centered. Jay Guido on the backboard to clear it as Risser pops it up one. Tries to go for the second touch. Will go beside Lily. Goes for the reset. Goes for the double reset.
Wow.
What a shot from Risser. A double reset.
How many touches there? 1, 2, 3. Insane play by Risser there.
I was working. It's about 1:30 in the morning, and my sheriff calls me. Your son Joe, he says, just so you know, he was in a crash and he didn't make it. That 2 seconds it takes to look at his phone, he veered off the road.
At that speed, you could easily travel the distance of a football field, just trying to respond to that text message. I know it's hard, but that one message can wait.
Your friends, your family, people around you are more important than that text. It's not fair to everybody else.
And that's in? No, it is not in, apparently. As Bonsai with the most epic save I've seen this year. Risser, I'm sure, with the goal. Of course. Why wouldn't it go in? When has it not went in? Guy has 1,000 boost, apparently. Don't even need... I don't even know what that move is, guys.
Yes.
They're just too good. All right, and we are loading in here. We got a 2-on-2 match here with some, not just Facebook player here, or FB player that you see there. We actually have some adults here today with us.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
And we're sitting here. Looks like they're going to be on the bottom lane. It looks like. And we got a Caitlyn Yuumi matchup with an Ezreal and Sona.
So this is an actual...
And here we got finally the minions coming in and battling at the bottom here. And we see Caitlyn with Yuumi attached to her, picking up as many last hits as we can here. And it's just going to be a battle against wits here between the Caitlyn and Ezreal.
And so now when they... Oh, I'm sorry.
See, right now they're being patient here as Caitlyn's auto-attacking the Ezreal here. Then we see Sona using an ability there to heal Ezreal.
I like
Unfortunately, we saw Sona there just outreached a little bit, out of position, and getting attacked, major damage by the turret there, and then finally taken down by the Caitlyn.
we already go.
Actually, not even Caitlyn going down. Actually, gonna be killed by the turret, so 0-0 there. Still first blood on the table. And we saw there Caitlyn chasing down the Ezreal, taking him down, I'm sorry. And that it will be first blood for the Caitlyn and Yumi team coming in, as we are seeing minions kill lead here from the Caitlyn as well. Possibly going to see a recall and an item buy.
Traumatic brain injury.
Aries.
And taking a look at the CS scores here, as we got Caitlyn with 44 against Ezreal's 28 there. Almost a double there. And we are seeing Caitlyn starting to aggressively attack the tower here, as Ezreal and Sona going to be a little bit behind there to reinforce it.
Or you can click on the shop to open it as well. Whatever's easier. Nope. You know how to get them off like.
Brain hole.
You know what, Rob? We're going to see a Sona here coming aggressive in the bushes. Looks like the Sona's just going to hold off the enemy champion.
Okay. I'll get. There we go.
Caitlyn safely posted up by the tower here. Are we going to see Ezreal and Sona push? Kind of just standing right there. Looking very menacing. And Sona's ability going out of direction there as we do got Ezreal coming in. Flashing, dodging hits on there. Ezreal ultimate going out here as the Caitlyn in trouble having to flash away. Very aggressive pull there by Caitlyn ultimate going out, putting Ezreal at one hit here. Does Sona even realize? And Ezreal flashed into the turret rage, hitting and killing Caitlyn.
So that still can happen. You run out of lives. I think.
We are seeing the Sona there with both just barely any health there. Probably gonna have to recall.
Turret plating will fall soon.
And that's in? No, it is not in, apparently. As Bonsai with the most epic save I've seen this year. Risser, I'm sure, with the goal. Of course. Why wouldn't it go in? When has it not went in? Guy has 1,000 boost, apparently. Don't even need... I don't even know what that move is, guys.
Yes.
Cosmic's dancing and squeezed it underneath because 6 goals wasn't enough.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Mitch trying to get the ball centered. Jay Guido on the backboard to clear it as Risser pops it up one. Tries to go for the second touch. Will go beside Lee. Goes for the reset. Goes for the double reset.
Wow.
What a shot from Risser. A double reset.
How many touches there? 1, 2, 3. Insane play by Risser there.
I was working. It's about 1:30 in the morning, and my sheriff calls me. Your son Joe, he says he, just so you know, he was in a crash and he didn't make it. That 2 seconds it takes to look at his phone, he veered off the road.
That's
All right, Mystics, and if you were viewing that last game was a wash. It was a complete practice. This is the real one. This one's for all the marbles.
All the marbles.
Yes, all the marbles.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Here we are seeing the initial minion wave here. Ezreal versus Caitlyn again. And we do have a chip of health gone away from the Ezreal here, as it's already using another potion. Missing the Q ability, Caitlyn, but Ezreal not missing. And the minions shield dodging Caitlyn there from another ability of Ezreal. As now they're just farming last hits here for money. We got a flash from Ezreal. Another hit there, as they are about neck and neck on the health.
Take your word for it. He killed actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, they're bolters.
And I just got word here that the two that are playing against each other are the two sponsors, Tom and Shelly. I appreciate you two. I'm not sure which champions they are playing. I'm sure they are the supports. Okay, sounds good. So it's support versus support there. And with this camera here, hopefully we will get it up a little bit. There we go. And taking a look at the gold, we got the red team up by 200. Which isn't going to mean much right now, but that could snowball into a way, way bigger lead. Here we are seeing a Caitlyn going and attacking the Ezreal there as Sona is trying to defend Ezreal. Somehow Ezreal coming out of this alive. Unbelievable. Yes, as the Ezreal will be away from this. And here we are, Sona using the heal abilities. Ezreal playing a dangerous game here, trying to get some more hits in there. Here we see a Sona tanking the whole minion wave here. Sona's gonna have to back up here, or else Sona's gonna be the one in the dangerous position. Here we are, some crucial hits there going up for Ezreal. Caitlyn now down to the dangerous amount of health. And there was a hit there on Ezreal. I do not see. Ezreal has to be going down here as the shield is popping out for Ezreal. Ezreal flashing away, hitting Caitlyn. Caitlyn getting the Ezreal shield up for Caitlyn as Caitlyn's going to be getting away there. First blood going to blue team. Now they are having the
And that's in? No, it is not in, apparently. As Bonsai with the most epic save I've seen this year. Risser, I'm sure, with the goal. Of course. Why wouldn't it go in? When has it not went in? Guy has 1,000 boost, apparently. Don't even need... I don't even know what that move is, guys.
Yes.
They're just too good. Cosmic's dancing and squeeze it underneath because 6 goals wasn't enough.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank. for a better way of life.
Mitch trying to get the ball centered. Jay Guido on the backboard to clear it as Risser pops it up one. Tries to go for the second touch. Will go beside Lee. Goes for the reset. Goes for the double reset.
Wow.
What a shot from Risser. A double reset.
How many touches there? 1, 2, 3. Insane play by Risser there.
I was working. It's about 1:30 in the morning, and my sheriff calls me. Your son Joe, he says just so you know, he was in a crash and he didn't make it. That 2 seconds it takes to look at his phone, he veered off the road.
At that speed, you could easily travel the distance of a football field, just trying to respond to that text message. I know it's hard, but that one message can wait.
Your friends, your family, people around you are more important than that text. It's not fair to everybody else.
And that's in? No, it is not in, apparently. As Bonsai with the most epic save I've seen this year. Risser, I'm sure, with the goal. Of course. Why wouldn't it go in? When has it not went in? Guy has 1,000 boost, apparently. Don't even need... I don't even know what that move is, guys.
Yes.
They're just too good.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions has spawned.
And here we got a Nautilus with the Lucian And that's going to be an interesting matchup there, as we got Caitlyn and Yumi here, the champions so far. And here comes the first minion wave. And Mystics, if you're paying attention here, it's not the first game to finish. It's whoever dies first is the winner. Or whoever gets the first blood is the winner, I should say.
Time to run.
That's a Nautilus over there, and it's kind of hiding off of the lane there. I'm not sure if the Caitlyn sees her down there. And Mystics, if you watched that there, we did see two of the other teammates go down to the towers there. Is I'm sure they're probably just going to call that a wash here. I'd probably say the next death will be the loss there. As it's a 1-1. And yeah, that channeling there means that they were going to recall back and get some more items.
Unbelievable, I'm impressed.
You can unmute it, and whatever you ladies see, you can talk about.
How you doing?
I'm just taking a look, seeing what everybody's doing.
We could talk about that Nautilus in the bush there, and now Caitlyn, I think on accident. The big guy carrying an anchor! That's right. I know it. And she is running away from that anchor. As you can see, he smashed the ground, causing an earthquake there, doing damage all around him.
Lucian, see him done yet?
And then Lucian, yes, Lucian just jumping in there, dashing, doing some damage on the Caitlyn there. Popping a health potion, you can see the green flowing around him. Looks like they're coming in for a sneak attack.
I don't know how a guy carrying an anchor. Sneak attack. So which side is he? Whose side is he on?
I just read the red side. So, yeah. And we see the Lucian there making fun of them with the emote going on. As we are seeing the Nautilus getting some turret damage there. Forced to retreat. Barely any health for Lucian, forced to retreat as well.
How do you know he's damaged?
That's their health bar there. Let's see.
Health?
Yep.
Oh,
The green bugger.
So if we were perfectly healthy and all fair.
Exactly.
oh, so now they're getting recharged.
Oh no, it's just
What the heck are they doing in the bushes? It's fine.
Right.
Lucian's at full strength. Look at him.
I tried checking it out.
She's
There's a lot.
There's too much color. Yeah, and I don't get what that thing is. Looks like a tad. So what brought you here?
I just want to know about this.
Yeah, me too.
But I still don't understand any of it. Now I just realize it's way more complicated than I ever knew.
All right, here they come again. There's Lucian. He's a bad guy. I don't know what this thing does. What is this? What's this thing?
That is a tower there.
And what is that?
That's the health of the tower there, and you see that.
Does everybody go after the tower?
Right. So
Just the
the
red
whole
team?
purpose of this game, if you're playing it out from the beginning, is you see this big red there. That's their nexus,
Big red where?
and I'll show you there when they channel back to their base. For you, so you have a tower, and on that map
Oh.
there, you'll see a tower. There's another tower, and then that's their nexus there. The purpose of the game is to destroy the other team's nexus.
Okay.
The first one to do that wins.
Is every game the same map?
Exactly. Yep.
It is.
Yeah. And all the towers, you're going to have 3 towers before you get to the nexus of each.
How do we know if we're red or blue?
When you're playing, you'll know just based on the side that you're in.
Is it
You're
a sign?
It's like if you're playing, I think you're always blue.
Okay.
But for us here, we're always able to differentiate by them we're red or blue.
So, is somebody else red? Is making red move around? Or
Yes,
is
these two are actual human players.
who? Caitlin?
Caitlin and Yumi attacked the cat there, and we got a tower damage. Do that there, and Caitlin taking out the.
Nautilus.
Yes, exactly. Nautilus, good job. Oh.
Show off.
And then we do see a Caitlin coming out on top there.
Is this thing significant? The thing she's running on? The little golden
So
circle?
the only reason that it looks so different is because that's what it looks like when you have Yumi attached to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, otherwise it would just be person run.
Yeah, otherwise it wouldn't look so special.
Can the red guy have Yumi attached
No,
to?
that's a very special thing about Yumi. Yumi's the only one that can go and attach to champions like that and piggyback off them.
So Yumi couldn't change sides and go.
You're correct, no. Yumi cannot do that.
What's this thing?
That's Yumi's little pet there.
Oh.
Does
it have a purpose or just?
Yeah, should a pet be brought into battle?
I think it's just there to look cool.
Really?
Yeah.
And you can
Be distracting.
It can, yes, it can. Yeah, I don't even think it's showing there.
When Yumi writes this book,
Yes.
that's the book has some significance. I thought it was a pillow. It's a book.
About looking at here,
I think it's
Every now and then, he writes up and the book.
You are very observant.
Blue team has scored an ace. Blue team completed something.
There you go.
Go blue team.
Go blue team. We do got the Caitlyn looking like to chase the Lucian here. Lucian trying to stand through the bushes. Using an ability completely missing. But stunning the Caitlyn here as Caitlyn is forced to retreat.
Oh my, Caitlyn's losing. She died.
It's done. And there is the Yumi. Could Yumi go and finishing out? Sounds
Yumi?
good. As the final form, 15 minutes first most kills.
Beat the book.
Okay, sounds good. And this game is going to be first to whoever has the most kill in 15 minutes. So if you can see here, that is 3 minutes left.
But we lost Kate.
We did lose Caitlyn.
So now who's the good guy? What do we do?
Blue is ahead by 1 kill there.
Oh, she's back. How did she resurrect?
In time they do. Yep, in time they do. About a minute.
So in that minute, does the red guy then have a chance to get all the way
Exactly. Yep. In that minute, that's supposed to be when you destroy a tower and kind of push your team a little bit further in the lane.
I say you're a natural.
I think this is your calling right here.
in? Natural what? What does that say about me?
Yeah, we know where Lance gets it.
We got Caitlyn here defending the tower here against the minions. The tower is about half health. Now this is about a half health.
There's too much going on like this. I can't imagine 5 on each side.
Right?
I can't imagine.
So when there's 5 on each side, somebody's doing Caitlyn, somebody's doing Yummy, and then there's 3 other characters that are blue characters.
And then like when it gets to the end, they're not even separated. They're all bunched up 5 on 5 in one area like that.
Anything.
You just start screaming and yelling right there, and they are going hard at the chase here as Yumi popping the ultimate, slowing down the Lucian. Is they going to get a 2?
Caitlyn's just getting.
Caitlyn is dominating. Go ahead, say it.
Dominating? She's only got 3 bars on her life left.
Absolutely, but you know what? They're completely gone.
Oh.
As Caitlyn is now ahead by 5 kills against the enemies too.
Yeah, I'm a... So now it's recharging. And
exactly, going back and recharging his work. Actually not going to be able to see the Nexus here as Caitlyn when it pops over here again.
Back. So did we lose Lucian altogether?
Right there is a Nexus.
Which is one of these things?
Yep, which is not a tower.
Oh. No, Lucian's back.
Yep, and there is 50 seconds left here, and I don't think it's possible for Red Team to try to come up with 3 kills. Maybe we'll say a tower counts as 1 kill.
So basically, blue has 1.
Blue has
Because he gets 3 more kills and it's 5 to 2.
Yeah, blue 1. Oh, that's what you said. Blue
Yeah.
1. I'm sorry.
Oh, W-O-N.
Taking necessary action.
And Caitlyn ultimate coming out. Somehow, Lucian not dying from that. As the final 10 seconds, we're going to see an all-out attack here. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Minions are the only ones attacking.
The minions are the ones that are.
There's the anchor pull there.
Ouch.
And the turret finishing off the Lucian there.
Minion. That guy got it.
That is a good game coming from the Caitlyn and the Yumi.
Are all of these guys BSC players? Okay.
Apparently these 2 are sponsors. The 2 supports. So the Nautilus and the Yumi are. One of you named Shelly?
No.
You Shelly?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. You were playing with
Sponsor. I know.
Yeah.
I was playing again. Just
And
go
you
back
won.
over there.
You Yumi?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did win.
Doesn't surprise me. What does that mean? Rift Herald has spawned.
Okay, yeah, so we're talking. You guys know the core mechanics right now, and everything's gonna be the same. You do. You can say you guys are miles ahead against other people right now already. You do. Once we get to that point, how can we like change the edge, you know, when everything's almost the same, everybody's getting the same concept, right? So there's also in between these what we call the jungle. In the jungle you got these little orange dots. Those are all little minion camps here. You also have a completely different route you can take to go and get even a little bit more money a little bit faster than the other by hitting these little jungle. And every 11 minutes in the river, you got little bigger here. So I take 2 or 3 of your teammates. If you just kill it, you get a huge gold buff for your team. Everybody in your team gets 100 gold. Plus, we all get 10% more speed defense, right? For 3 minutes, right? Those can be huge.
Do whatever damage you can.
Yeah. And that can be very, like, make or break for your team.
Having a little extra surge.
Yeah. So it's like, we call those objectives, and like teams that are very good. It does get them. There is a lot of strategy to it.
Everybody should know.
So, how do you learn about it? And are there, like, is there, like, League of Legends for Dummies kind of books? Or
No,
big fat
there's not
tomes
books.
of League?
There are books, but there is exactly that kind of video.
Oh, like,
Of course they do.
you have to watch it on YouTube.
You have to
I think you're right.
And
I'd read the
something
book.
like this, because I could sit here and give you a list of every shit and all their abilities. It's still gonna take you a week to get through it all.
Can you guys watch?
I couldn't even tell you everything.
How do you prepare? Do you watch? Do these things get recorded so you can watch?
Is play it myself. That's the best way. Like there was another game that we just did this year, was Marvel Rivals. I don't know anything about it. And I was kind of afraid to go and cast it here, but the winter break, they did in that game like and
You learn by doing.
I do know what's going on.
For the Bismarck State team, or how does that work?
As far as I know, we just signed up for you get to like get on stuff like that. Not have enough players that want to do it. There must be enough players that do it. How I understand it is, let's say that I want to play this game. I would go and say that, hey, BSC is playing this game. And we wait here for another school also say, hey, this team and this team. And it's going to put us together. And that's no way of knowing that, you know, there's going to be their video. There is.
So you might wait for something.
We could have 5 players ready here. Ready? And there's no other person. That's kind of the idea. And then if we have 10 players, one team probably going to practice and then decide who's the best. Say that these are our 5 best. Once it didn't make it, let's go UNS alternate. Let's 6 or something like that. You're gonna do the same. If we have plenty of players, I know we can have 3 teams. Like kind of like a varsity. Varsity has to like for best players. Definitely this team.
Well, like the championship that you guys just took. Like, what did it take to get there? How did you know when to play them? How,
So
is it like
yeah, yes. That was Rocket League. That's one of the like. You will always have people to play against in this game, Rocket League, and Marvel Rivals. Those are the most popular games. So we don't have to worry about this. I think that's going to be the best. So yeah,
it's just cool you're playing and not just like if we put a team together.
So for Rocket League, there's 2 different kind of leagues there. There can be one that is anybody, anywhere.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called, CCRL. And then there's the other league, which is collegiate.
we won in the collegiate level, where I think they do have officials that go and like double check to see like, oh, you are in college and stuff. The other one is kind of just a refresh sort of thing, but still very popular. And all it, as far as I know, there's no like actual official record keeping. Like if I'm in this series and I play, it's gonna randomly put me in with 14 other teams, and it's gonna start like a bracket tournament thing where I'll have to go eventually play all those other teams, and then it's gonna take my stats on that. Gonna keep track of it, and I can keep joining that league over and over again, and my stats will still keep track. I think what works then is that it'll decide based on like after a certain amount of games where it's gonna put me in, if I'm a contender or if I'm just a difficult level player.
Is that humans?
That's even automatic.
It's sorry.
And then based on that,
We just said the blue guy just went down. He has a big egg.
Ask
I think
it's always. Oh,
We're asking. Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
You and your dad want to go against each other? Sure. Okay. Let's
The two worst. Am I following you, Lance? Am I following you? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's this kid?
yes.
Where do I go?
Me, Tom.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Tom.
And you are? Eldon. Eldon?
Yes.
So you are the caster?
One of them, yes, I am.
You're doing a game. Play them? So what do we do?
Okay, talk about the games as we see them here. And there's like two different ways to look at it. You can do it that way where you just talk about what you see. Or what I like to do better is just to be as entertaining as possible. And you just make jokes about the other think of them as much as I can, right?
But these people, what we're watching is in between two people.
Two humans right now. Yep, exactly. What we're seeing though, because we're casting it,
Can they hear us right now?
Yes, anybody on Twitch right now can hear us.
A summoner has disconnected.
And that's in? No, it is not in, apparently. As Bonsai, what the most epic save I've seen this year. Risser, I'm sure, with the goal. Of course. Why wouldn't it go in? When has it not went in? Guy has 1,000 boost, apparently. Don't even need... I don't even know what that move is, guys.
Yes.
They're just too good. Cosmic's dancing and squeeze it underneath because 6 goals wasn't enough.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Mitch trying to get the ball centered. Jay Guido on the backboard to clear it as Risser pops it up one. Tries to go for the second touch. Will go beside Lee. Goes for the reset. Goes for the double reset.
Wow.
What a shot from Risser. A double reset.
How many touches there? 1, 2, 3. Insane play by Rister there.
I was working. It's about 1:30 in the morning, and my sheriff calls me. Your son Joe, he says just so you know, he was in a crash and he didn't make it. That 2 seconds it takes to look at his phone, he veered off the road.
At that speed, you could easily travel the distance of a football field, just trying to respond to that text message. I know it's hard, but that one message can wait.
Your friends, your family, people around you are more important than that text. It's not fair to everybody else.
And welcome Mystics here as we got the next match of League of Legends here. And looks like we got Yumi versus Yumi here as a support, but it's going to be a Vayne versus Caitlyn.
30 seconds.
And see, us being able to see where the other team is at already, that's the unfair advantage.
Okay.
And also seeing like what items they're going to buy. Because the items is going to be one of the things we can set from the rest of the champions. And if I started buying items that were very, very good defensively, I can counter your build by buying items that are very, very good armor penetration sort of thing.
So it looks like now we're waiting for the minions to show up, right?
Yep. This is how the beginning of every match is going to be like. It's just going to be people like running around, getting information, seeing where people are lining up with you, which ends up being filled with what people.
So their map can't see the other.
Nope.
It's themselves. All right.
Exactly.
I'm a caster in the making here.
And yeah, now you guys are probably able to see each other there. And here we are seeing the first minion wave spawn.
The enemy is moving into place.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some action.
And already Caitlyn ability coming out there, hitting a Vayne. And then one of the crucial core mechanics of this game is the minions have health. Where they tell you to last hit the minions. Have you heard that? The idea of that is when that minion has barely any health there, and if your champion is the thing that kills it, you will gain a boost to gold. I'll show you here. Watch. You see that plus 14 gold?
Yeah.
That's because Caitlyn just hit a minion there and killed it.
Okay.
That number next to their name there is the amount of minions they killed. 7 compared to 8. That's a very important number to keep on because if that builds up and someone has like over 30, and the other person. That
The numbers there.
Yep. The numbers is right down there.
Okay. Oh, we can see that.
And that's going to be pretty much how much gold they have. And we are seeing a very neck and neck here on the CS score. But we are seeing the Vayne here with a little bit more health gone here than Caitlyn.
Vayne is hanging around the tower.
Yep.
Hanging back. More minions moving in from Caitlyn. Haven't gained much ground though.
Still just kind of playing patiently here. As Caitlyn just building up on the CS score.
What's the strategy of holding back, do you think, for Vayne?
So there is a strategy here. Because one thing that you should know about Caitlyn over Vayne, Caitlyn has the largest range of any champion to be able to hit you. What I mean by that is that she could be farther and hit you, or you can hit her.
Okay.
And so there is a strategy here for Vayne to kind of stay back by the tower, because no matter what, she's going to be able to chase you and hit you, or you could ever hit her. So the only defense you really have here is your tower to kind of back Caitlyn off of you.
Is there any advantage of moving in once the minions move and push Caitlyn back?
So if I were to go, let's say I'm Vayne right here. If I were to go and attack the Caitlyn right there, Caitlyn's minions would automatically start attacking me, just like how a tower would be if I was in a tower's area.
Alright. Vayne has gained a little more power.
Which, this early on, that amount of minion damage can be very substantial. Which very good thing to point out there, because that would make or break who's going to win in a battle like this.
Yeah, because
Now watch all the minions now focus on the Caitlyn there, forcing Caitlyn to get out of the range and then come back.
Vayne is hanging in there.
And there we are, casing the Caitlyn in there. Somehow was out of the tower range with that hit. I did not expect that. I thought there was at least going to be one tower hit on the Caitlyn there, but very, very good. Well placed attack.
Why is the tower so silent?
It is literally right out the range of it.
Okay.
You see where that
Yeah. Okay. They're
and
just
that's
hanging
probably
back.
what Caitlyn did there, trying to find the radius of the tower.
Okay.
And that's just like one of the like level plays that you see someone that plays hours of those games.
Okay. Yeah, like a probing.
Yep, just kind of like a don't get past here and try to hit something because the tower's gonna hit me sort of thing. Be like,
Now
I'm safe behind here to go and attack.
Now, can the Yummy do anything, or just pretty much hang with them?
So the Yumi at here at this point,
Sorry, I'm
what
hungry.
I would do is there is a lifesteal ability for Yumi here, but that probably depends on Yumi coming back and buying items.
Okay. Can they go back on their own?
And we are seeing that happen right now. So yeah, they are going back there to buy items.
Are they both back?
Yes. Yep, they're there.
So when the main character goes back, the Yumi goes with him?
Yep. And that's if the Yumi is piggybacked on there. Yumi can go and jump off and go wherever Yumi wants to go, but you're getting the most out of that champion by jumping onto somebody. You know? Mm-hmm.
So Sonai couldn't do that.
You could not do that as Sona, no. But Sona, you can auto attack and have two people attacking one champion.
That's what we were doing, yeah.
Where Yumi, you can't. Yumi, you can use an ability which kind of like follows your mouse. But some people can be really good with that.
And they have a health ability?
Yes.
They could be given when... So Vayne, when he was low, he could have been... Yumi could have been...
Yep,
feeding
exactly. And what it would have done was, it wouldn't have given Vayne health automatically. What it would have done was that say that Vayne auto attack gives you a % of health back, which I think that's what Yumi's ability is. It kind of gives you a little bit more health back on that. And we are going to possibly see a battle here as a Caitlyn versus Vayne here.
Still 0-0.
Yeah.
They go down for a while.
And I would say the Vayne won that exchange here, as Vayne is already doing some more poke damage. Both still there with their ultimates as Caitlyn's forced to retreat here. Yumi using the shield here. Can the Vayne Yumi help out? Yumi ability missing here. And there is a Caitlyn ultimate still ready and available. Are we going to see it be used? As now Caitlyn here with the health advantage. We finally did see that Vayne Yumi pop the shield up. But then there's the ultimate there from Caitlyn. And Vayne still staying alive there. Can probably be a little bit more aggressive knowing that there's no dangerous ultimate anymore.
Vayne gained a little tag.
Caitlyn is low on mana, definitely case for her to just got us auto attack and minions. Now she is low on mana again. And here we are going to see a Vayne go all out here, as we are probably going to see Caitlyn go down here. Any more attacks there first? Blood going to Vayne.
Wow, good move.
And closing it up with the Yumi there as well. Double kill.
Blue team has scored an ace.
Wow. That's good patience.
Yeah,
on her
very,
part.
very good. Very well done.
I mean, because at one time Caitlyn had the advantage. With the health
Exactly.
advantage.
Exactly.
So now, while we're getting Caitlyn back, Vayne can continue attacking and moving on.
And I don't know if you saw there, but Vayne was well behind on that.
Yeah, he was back like 30, 35.
And now, with that kill there, Vayne is almost up a whole 1,000 gold in the red team. Which, once that snowballs and you have this one team ahead by 3,000 gold, it's almost game over. It's too hard to come back from. That's a full item.
Okay.
Better.
So this is, which one's this? Caitlyn?
This is Caitlyn. And
Okay.
even though Caitlyn has 10 more CS, she is down 1,000 gold.
Okay.
And that's coming from the first blood
Okay.
we got.
Okay, now I see it. Right.
Having 1,000 more gold just means that my items are just that much more stronger than hers, and making it just that much harder for her to kill me at this point. If you couldn't do it before, there's no way you're doing it now. We're gonna see another, and probably not going to be any challenge here for Vayne, as it was just an ability versus ability there, as that check-in at this point is going to go to Vayne.
Wow, another double kill.
Another double kill and an ace there.
Let's do it. I'll help you. We're good.
Want to run the back?
Yep, yeah. Puppy is. What have you been doing now? You want to help him? Vayne is being reinforced now with the minion. Pushing back. Caitlyn is reboosting and coming down on the left, on the right side.
I just beat Dad.
We have family competition in the house.
Over here with Marple and the cast. Okay.
So we've had Vayne, who is back up the hills, is now pulled ahead. Now we're coming back in, both are. You win? Oh, good. So we're over here watching the game. Yeah. 3 minutes. Yep. We're actually broadcast live. They have people out there that are
everyone from
BSC.
BSC.
We have a major training going on, teaching old people how to play League of Legends. Held or experience in other ways.
There we go.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Yes. So Vayne is going back to his minions.
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh, we're done. We're gonna put you on hold.
And that's in? No, it is not in, apparently. As Bonsai with the most epic save I've seen this year. Risser, I'm sure, with the goal. Of course. Why wouldn't it go in? When has it not went in? Guy has 1,000 boost, apparently. Don't even need... I don't even know what that move is, guys.
Yes.
They're just too good. Cosmic's dancing and squeeze it underneath because 6 goals wasn't enough.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Mitch trying to get the ball centered. Jay Guido on the backboard to clear it as Risser pops it up one. Tries to go for the second touch. Will go beside Lee. Goes for the reset. Goes for the double reset.
Wow.
What a shot from Risser. A double reset.
How many touches there? 1, 2, 3. Insane play by Risser there.
I was working. It's about 1:30 in the morning, and my sheriff calls me. Your son Joe, he says just so you know, he was in a crash and he didn't make it. That 2 seconds it takes to look at his phone, he veered off the road.
At that speed, you could easily travel the distance of a football field, just trying to respond to that text message. I know it's hard, but that one message can wait.
Your friends, your family, people around you are more important than that text. It's not fair to everybody else.
we're gonna pretend like it's live and it's happening right now. The screen light's on. That means they can hear us talk, and you can talk anything that you see going on. Any questions that you want to ask, go ahead and talk. Make a joke. Talk about the big iron guy with the big giant anchor. That is fine. You do exactly what you see. And welcome, Mystics, ladies and gentlemen, here as we have another 2-on-2 here with a Swain and Nautilus matchup against Ezreal and Nautilus here. And if you remember from the beginning right away, it was just kind of like a wait and see for the first minute while your minions come and get in there. And there's obviously going to be something happening exciting here in the next couple minutes as we can hear them going crazy. Yep. So, but they're reacting to stuff there that we haven't seen yet. And I cannot wait to see what they're reacting to you. Is now we're seeing the first minion waves come into effect here. And what do you think? What do you think is going to be the first one to attack first? The red team or the blue team there? The blue team. Okay, let's go Swain and Nautilus here. As already they're dodging. And she was right, as blue team is the first one to land the hit.
Have a good teacher.
Yes, thank you very much. And then here we are. Thank you so much. And then we got Ezreal doing an ability down there on Swain here as the Swain's Nautilus is just staying stationary. Here he is, on the move there. And probably just kind of a fake attack there as he's Nautilus going back here. And we're seeing the red team kind of push a little bit forward here on the minion wave. As the red team is going to be clearly in the lead with the CS score, which is a creep minion score. And here we are seeing them playing defense here on the tower. And blue team very low on health here compared to the red team. I can see that obviously with the health bars, yeah. We're seeing Ezreal just constantly throwing abilities out there, trying to get as much little chip damage on the enemy's Swain as possible, as we are going to see them engage here. Nautilus throwing the abilities out. Ezreal dodging, getting hit with the turret there. Ignite going on, and Ezreal running for his life. There's one more hit's going to finish him, and there is the first blood going to blue team as enemy Nautilus here trying to get the Swain coming back. Trying to get some revenge on their hair fracture health on both, as diving for the tower as the enemy Nautilus going down there as blue team barely come out of there alive. As that was very intense there, as I did not expect that. As the Ezreal and the Nautilus was very clearly at the health advantage, but a very patient and defensive play by the Swain and blue team. Coming out on top. And we're seeing we are seeing FB player doing a comment on there, talking about to his teammate. And Miss, what do you think we're going to see here? Another blue versus red fight? What do you think is going to come out on top?
Red.
Red this time. Okay, let's go. As we are seeing red team on the tower.
I'll show you.
And you would think that they're ahead there by that, but that tower could be dangerous as soon as they attack inside of that range, the tower automatically targets on the champion. And we do see Nezreal jumping in there, trying to get some damage on the Swain. And Swain backing off away from the range. You just get not out there, throw out his anchor. Of course, not able to catch on a champion there, only able to catch on a minion. They did get the first tier of the turret damage down there, getting them both 63 gold. Pushing that gold lead almost to equal there for red team. I'm looking there. Is that their total gold in the blue team? Total gold from the red team. Only 200 behind, which is very little. They start seeing like 2,000. Starts getting almost out of reach. Only being less than 200 behind, down 2 kills is very good. And we are going to see an engagement there. Ezreal doing some major damage on the enemy Swain. Nautilus playing a good defensive Nautilus right now. As I think you were right, as the red team did win that next fight. And we might have a psychic up here. And surprisingly enough, just from that minion creep score, red team ahead on blue team in gold. You would not expect this. Now we're seeing blue team actually going to start pushing on the minion wave here.
Different towers they have to take.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
This game would last so much
they're
longer
moving
if
down
we played
here.
it out here. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. And then on the Nexus, you got 2 back to back, right?
Oh. Other side.
Yeah. And I think how they do it here is on the 15-minute mark, whoever has the most kills, it's the winner. Yep. And we are going to see the red team now at the blue team's turret starting a battle here. Red team trying to maintain their gold lead here by keeping that minion score up. You do see an Ezreal ultimate going off, doing some damage on the Swain there. Here we are seeing some more Ezreal abilities coming out there. This time Swain doing some damage on the Ezreal. Red team now almost with a respectable 500 gold lead. Israel doing some more chip damage on the Swain there. That is gonna... Any battle that happens here, I think blue team will be in trouble. you're going to see the blue team kind of recall back here as Swain gonna just kind of hang out there with about half health. And their turret takes even more damage down, putting them even that much farther in the gold lead. As I think this will almost be out of reach if they get about 1,000 ahead. They're just about there. 800 ahead currently. And that is just very good objective work by the Ezreal Nautilus there. You can see these numbers right there completely overshadowing those ones. That's why you're seeing that major. And then we are seeing some more chip damage done. As the Nautilus going to take some turret damage there. I would still say, though, that I think red team looking better than the blue team at this point. As even more chip damage done on the Swain there. As Ezreal's probably going to have an ultimate ready here again. But also Ezreal low on mana as well. 900 gold lead on the red team so far. There is some major damage. And Nava's pulling in the Ezreal as the blue team coming out on top here. Very almost no damage done on the blue team there. Surprisingly, just able to melt away the red team's health. And we see some trash talk coming in by the FB player saying to look at the scoreboard. As now that whole 1,000 gold lead completely erased now with the 2 kills, putting blue team ahead in the gold lead. And we're going to see some desperate plays here with the final 2 minutes left here. Do you have any predictions? Red or blue?
Blue.
Blue this time, okay. As now we see all the money is spent from both teams here. We will see who comes out on top here as the Nautilus pulling in Ezreal. Ezreal forced to flash away. Wayne somehow gaining health instead of losing health. Ezreal using the ultimate, missing on the Swain there. Wayne doing juke moves. Ezreal doing every ability he can. Ezreal going down to the FB player. FB player going aggressive on the Nautilus, saying, "You're not getting away from me." But Nautilus does get away. As maybe it was just a mercy, kind of let them go. As the blue team clearly coming ahead 5 kills, as there's nothing the red team can do here. And I think that we will see the final seconds here. And a very respectable battle fought by the red team. And let's give a shout out to the blue team Nautilus there, gaining 2 kills of his own. And another Ezreal grab there as Ezreal flashing away, doing some side damage. Doesn't even look like Ezreal's ability is doing any damage on the enemy team. As we are maybe going to see a Swain go down. It's going to take Ezreal's going to take a turret hit, putting Ezreal down to no health. Ezreal far miss on the ultimate there.
I tried. That would have been
We're going to see a Nautilus throw his anchor out.
Right, they get connected.
And then Ezreal actually able to take the Swain down. Ezreal now focusing on the Nautilus there.
I hope Nautilus can fight a true.
Nautilus chasing the Ezreal. Nautilus saving Ezreal. Side damage done. Popped up and shut down Ezreal. Red team coming back in the final minute. And that is the end, as blue team does gain the win. Red team was better, I agree.
But who won? We did.
Thank you for staying tuned for that, as the blue team is going to come out ahead for the 5 kills there that they got on top. And thank you, as we are going to close off that stream there. And possibly, maybe another game here. Maybe the pizza has arrived, so we might have a small delay again. Ladies and gentlemen.
A summoner has disconnected.
And that's in? No, it is not in, apparently. As Bonsai with the most epic save I've seen this year. Risser, I'm sure, with the goal. Of course. Why wouldn't it go in? When has it not went in? Guy has 1,000 boost, apparently. Don't even need... I don't even know what that move is, guys.
Yes.
They're just too good. Cosmic's dancing and squeeze it underneath because 6 goals wasn't enough.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Mitch trying to get the ball centered. Jay Guido on the backboard to clear it as Risser pops it up 1. Tries to go for the second touch. Will go beside Lee. Goes for the reset. Goes for the double reset.
Wow.
What a shot from Risser. A double reset.
How many touches there? 1, 2, 3. Insane play by Risser there.
I was working. It's about 1:30 in the morning, and my sheriff calls me. Your son Joe, he says, just so you know, he was in a crash and he didn't make it. That 2 seconds it takes to look at his phone, he veered off the road.
At that speed, you could easily travel the distance of a football field just trying to respond to that text message. I know it's hard, but that one message can wait.
Your friends, your family, people around you are more important than that text. It's not fair to everybody else.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final match of the League of Legends here against the. And we got adults here, we got sponsors here playing, and what do we got? A matchup here as a Nautilus with the Caitlyn against Nautilus with the Caitlyn.
To Summoner's Rift.
Which Nautilus Caitlyn here will come out on top?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
As they have the same items bot, the same exact items bot. Probably going to be the most balanced matchup we're going to have here. It's literally just going to be who is better. So let's ask the other casters here what their predictions. Oh, who we got? We got a Nautilus Caitlyn versus a Nautilus Caitlyn.
Okay.
Minions
I think Nautilus Caitlin's gonna take it, honestly.
Which Nautilus Caitlyn is better?
The one that has Nautilus and then Caitlyn.
What if that Caitlyn is better, but the Nautilus from that team is better? So what? Like, we got one better Caitlyn, one better Nautilus.
Okay, but hear me out. There could also be better Caitlyn than Nautilus.
Well, the red team, red Caitlyn beating the blue Caitlyn, but the blue Nautilus flashing on the red Nautilus. And we do got blue Nautilus versus red Nautilus. As missing the Q on that. That's probably gonna make a break for him there. As the miss on the Q makes the ignite there not able to. Oh man, even just an extra auto attack would have done it there for that Nautilus.
We're so close to the enemy Nautilus getting 2 kills there, but Olive Oil does pick up a kill onto Back in My Day. No, other way around. Back in My Day got a kill on Olive Oil.
Yeah. And Caitlyn coming here on her magical motorbike. Oh, that's her gun.
But it's also a motorbike, yes.
Okay,
It's
sweet.
Cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
Her gun turns into a bicycle, as one does.
Duh. Nautilus coming in from the bushes.
Red Nautilus.
Unable to see a 2-ton pound of metal. Carrying an even heavier anchor.
Is Nautilus supposed to be like a diver of some sort? I just now realized that. It looks
A deep sea diver, yeah. You just realized.
I just noticed that. Also, because
the name Nautilus is very sea-ish.
That is true, yeah.
I'm guessing he was
Yes, he was.
An old sea diver.
Oh no.
Nautilus is missing.
Goes right on.
Anchoring onto the turret there.
That'll be a kill for Olive Oil.
As Red is now 3 kills in the lead.
See, I was right. I predicted Nautilus Caitlyn, so.
But how it was the red Caitlyn on top, but the blue Nautilus on top until just now.
There you go. Caitlyn now hitting a little bit of poke there just on the blue side. Gonna go whatever chip damage she can. Onto blue Caitlyn.
Throwing emojis out there. Trash talking.
Red Nautilus is rather low. Might be playing a dangerous game here by going this far up. Blue Nautilus does root them.
It's rooted right outside the turret range, though.
Hit the Q. He does!
Hits the Q, and we got a little frame spike there, and...
Nautilus not able to Q away. Will maybe go down. The Nautilus tried to
How?
him. What?
Nautilus had an attack there, but just runs away instead.
The Red Nautilus just barely getting out in time. Also, I'm just gonna say this: nobody's playing Nautilus until I said to play Nautilus. I was the original Nautilus coach.
And as soon as Caitlyn dropped from a Yumi, they started losing. I don't know if that's a that's also a sign. And the CS
About as even as it can be here. The only thing keeping the difference in the gold is the amount of kills. As now we have reached the 5-minute mark. We're about a third of the way there. Us there will take a turret shot, just stays under the blue tower a little bit too long. Both players now back into lane. Blue Nautilus does wait in the bush, trying to find an opportunity. Does get Caitlyn trapped. Nautilus does land his Q, hitting through the minions.
Through the jungle.
Perfectly splitting the gap, getting onto the red Nautilus.
Threading the needle there. Caitlyn with dangerous amount of health here cannot probably afford any more pushes as that Nautilus is trying to chase her down.
I love just watching the Nautiluses chase each other. It looks so fun. They do nothing but march closer and away from each other.
Nautilus just chained each other right now. As the red Nautilus just used that to get closer to the Caitlyn there. And the red Caitlyn taking out the enemy Caitlyn with an ability.
Nautilus now onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn being forced to kite away. I think that's a little bit more than self-defense there, but...
a little bit.
The question is, can Blue Team pick up another kill here?
Caitlyn finally going back there.
Does Blue Caitlyn get there first, though? They do! They do stop the red Caitlyn.
Doing a flash through the ability.
Barrier comes up. Caitlyn doesn't have ult, though, for blue side.
No.
They could try netting closer. They'll just go for the Q! And does connect.
Snipe.
Nunu main, by the way, his Q does connect onto FB player.
And Blue Team now is getting another kill there.
We got some excitement coming up from the players, so we'll probably see something coming in about 2 minutes or so.
At the 12-minute mark, I'm going to be ready and excited as well.
Well, it's been a blast so far, though. It's been fun having these players come in and play. Seeing the amazing Nautilus hooks connect.
Now we're going to have some of the BSC kids' parents being better than them at League of Legends. How embarrassing will that be?
Does it get this? Hey, Dad, you want to play League of Legends? It absolutely drops the kid off.
Insta-locks Nautilus. That'll be a scary sight to see.
Okay, Dad, you're just learning this game. You should probably play like Yumi picks Nautilus.
Insta-lock Nautilus. As the red Caitlyn able to do some poke damage on the blue Caitlyn there. As the red team's got the health advantage here.
Yes, we're leaving you.
And the wall of bear traps there.
Enemy Nautilus does get 6 first.
Let's see if the red team can react to that. Let's see if the Nautilus is going to dodge all that.
Boom. Headshot.
Nautilus getting chained back.
Doesn't care that the other Nautilus has ult. He still lands his hook anyways. Tries hunting down the Caitlyn.
Nautilus now. Caitlyn doing major damage after the ultimate on the blue Caitlyn.
Both teams now at fairly low HP. Blood Slab Bench. The blue
Another
does land
trap.
another hook.
And Caitlyn just trying to focus on the other Caitlyn there.
The red Nautilus though was able to grapple away. Red team now on very low HP. Does the blue Nautilus think to dive here?
Blue Nautilus is totally thinking to dive.
He's really thinking to dive. Caitlyn though.
Hairline fracture of a health.
Blue Nautilus able to recognize that and getting out quickly. Somehow that Caitlyn stayed alive.
But here we go. Red Caitlyn there trying to do something. Trying to do something.
They're greeting. Does she get outplayed here though?
No way. There's no way.
The blue Nautilus is just staying there. They don't know he's there.
Being safe.
He's gonna try and get away unscathed. He doesn't know.
Blue Caitlyn has Blue Caitlyn coming in on the top there. Hasn't even. Only has like 10 health. What does Blue Caitlyn think she's doing?
Trying to get back into the fight. I mean, that was a great hook by Nautilus. How could Blue Caitlyn not be there?
Oh, and this is where the
Nautilus blocks the other Caitlyn off.
As the red Caitlyn now running for her life as the blue Nautilus.
Enemy Nautilus
just needs a gets the ace.
The blue Nautilus blocked the red Nautilus Caitlyn ult so that the other Caitlyn would stay alive. What a play!
Blue team coming back. Final minutes of the time.
Blue Nautilus tries hooking his teammate as a form of celebration.
A summoner has disconnected.